All right, Quora, we're going to talk about how to tap the Quora audience, answer some of the questions, and get your lead magnet out there. Okay, so Quora is an online forum that allows people to ask questions and people give answers. So this is just Quora.com, and someone asks, what's the best habit you've taken up from another person? The answer has 268,000 views. So there's a lot of people on here. They say there's about 160,000 people on Quora per month, and it is the place to ask a random question and get an awesome answer. All right, so thinking back to that example, maybe I want to talk about freelance photography. Freelance photographers. Perfect. So there's some questions in here that you can answer, and you'll want to give real answers and link to your lead magnet. So this is something I've actually done with Teachable as a whole. So I know that creating an online course is a great way to build passive income, and you make more money than bloggers. Having traveled around Europe myself, I found this thread hit home. I'm thinking about quitting my job, buying a flight, starting a blog. What advice would you give me? And for this person, they're probably wanting to make passive income. I thought it was a good fit for my target market. So I wrote a thread. And I also picked this thread because it had hundreds of thousands of views. But you can see, if you scroll through these, that a post that I posted, it's right here, 120 views with no work to me. And I was like, you should quit your job. And I linked to a Teachable blog post on why we would have started an online course before a blog. I gave a really relevant answer that was super beefy. It wasn't spammy, and just had a link to a couple of blog posts. And the thing with Quora is that I've actually been kicked off of it before. When I was new to it, I was really trying to answer questions honestly, but I was linking to Teachable directly, or I was just too forward, and I did too many posts at once. So what I would do is create a list of all the Quora questions you want to answer. Then I would start answering one question every other day and slowly drip out your content. Try not to make it promotional and provide real value before you link to anything. So I'll also include the swipe copy from this message so you know how anti-spam it is. And you can answer more than one question on Quora. It's not a problem. Go ahead and search and find anything you want.